Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here today. I'm a day late. I'm $1 short. Last night, 2-hour event, NBC, Saturday night's main event. It wasn't on late. It might as well have been called like main event, but it just wasn't on any other day other than Saturday. But the only thing missing was the late night feel of it replacing Saturday Night Live and it being on late enough that they could basically almost get away with anything. But that was awesome. It reminded me a lot of the first like old school Raw before they ran those into the ground. There was no Vince. They tried to play it off like Vince was never there. They tried to talk like how Jesse Ventura was always doing Saturday night's main events with Mean Gene Okerlund back in the day. But that, I saw one negative comment. Basically, one person said that they thought it felt like they just advertised and showed a house show. I wish they would show house shows. I really thought that's what the WWE Network was going to be. What if they gave us like one quarterly house show a quarter? That would have been awesome. I mean, it might have killed their house shows, but I mean, like, they're starting to slide back on those anyways, so I don't know. I mean, I thought, honestly, Saturday night's main event, huge, knock it out of the park. They even were able to kill the, once the show was over, angle, with basically the package pile driver from, Kevin Owens on Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes was able to end the televised Saturday night's main event holding the Winged Eagle title over his head. But you were able to tell by going on Twitter, by going on Facebook, by looking on TikTok, maybe even like people's MySpace. They were throwing the video up there of Kevin Owens basically being like, I might have lost the match, but I'm not going to lose the war. I'm not going to lose to the guy that bowed down and joined the bloodline. He came in, he attacked Cody from behind, laid him out. Then he actually took the championship and he was able to hold it up and walk out like he was the champion. That's where Triple H came out of Gorilla to check on Cody, and he ended up getting, into bumps and almost came to fisticuffs with Kevin Owens right there at the top of the ramp. I thought that was awesome. That was really, really cool. The fact that they keep on, doing these angles off of screen, that they're relying on the fans, knowing that every fan has a phone in their hands, every fan is going to post any interaction they have with any superstar. I mean, hell, they might lay out an angle at like an autograph signing like at a cricket one day, just because they know that, there's going to be 100 phones out and every single person is going to post it from every different angle, and they're going to be able to use the best angle that they find out there on the internet. It's almost like when they were being like, I remember that there was a kid on YouTube who like posted a video of Sting's return. I don't know, well, I guess it might have been Sting's debut because he'd never been in WWE before. But when Sting came out for the first time at Survivor Series, he put out a really cool video. He had a seat like in the hundreds. He had a pretty good angle of it. He was able to see the interaction, on the stage, in the ring. And it got, 1 million views in one day. And then WWE came after it and they were like, hey, this is copyrighted material. You got to take it down. And then you wait 6 months. They put out the Sting DVD, and guess what footage they use? No thanks, no monetary thank you, no public thank you. Didn't even put like his username up there on the screen. Just, hey, we're gonna take this as ours now, and just put it up there. So it's weird how in like the last 10 years, WWE has changed their views on a lot of things. As you can tell. It's a different company out there. We talked about that the other day in the video talking about the network and the way that the network looks like it's going to be changing on its way over to Netflix, not giving us everything, just giving us a little peek of what they want us to watch or what they are willing to give to Netflix. No longer are we going to be able to just pick anything out of the blue and just say, hey, I want to watch Saturday Night's Main Event, episode 13 from back in the day. It's just like, we'll have to look at a screen and be able to say, like, this is what I'm going to watch because this is what's up there. But Saturday Night's Main Event, that was awesome. There's been a lot of good pay-per-views. There's been a lot of good shows that have got me hooked, that are really pushing towards, like, hey, WWE knows what they're doing right now. They're kind of doing everything right, which is kind of like when AEW first came around. I think they were trying so hard to fight against AEW that they were doing so much wrong that AEW as a company was able to grow so big, so fast, because people were looking for an alternative to be out there. I think that as of right now, AEW has spread themselves so thin that their roster is awesome, but when you have to watch 3 shows to be able to see the guys that you want to be able to see, just do it old school Raw and SmackDown style. Just make 2 really, really good shows that make you want to keep coming back, because you watch the one show and you got to watch the second show. When you know that your favorite guy isn't on the alternative show, you're just not gonna make it. You're not gonna make it like super important that you watch that one. But everything out of there. Chelsea Green getting the win. I don't think there's anybody on that women's roster that's more deserving. I think she's one of the most over people. It doesn't matter. She's going to be very, very entertaining, whether if she's winning a match, whether if she's losing a match. She's going to get any feud. She's going to get herself over. And I think that's really awesome that a lot of people are actually even giving her husband, Matt Cardona, his flowers for his United States Championship win back in the day, saying that they're the first ever couple to be able to hold both titles during their runs in WWE. And the one thing that was going through my mind is that when she was holding her title up, the first thing that I could think of is this is Chelsea's 3rd go-round in WWE. They mentioned her being a former Impact champion. Somebody in that company twice looked at Chelsea and was like, we got to let her go. And she was great enough to get back on the list of like, this is somebody that we need that could make her company better. And now here she is holding a championship and being one of the 4 biggest women on the roster. Liv Morgan getting her win. I wasn't thinking a whole bunch about that match. The Drew McIntyre match against Sami Zayn was a match I think that was just supposed to get Drew McIntyre over as a monster that's moving through the roster, that makes him a big deal once WrestleMania comes around, or just like getting him on your radar as a guy that, wants a championship shot, and he might have to be a guy who wins the Royal Rumble. As of right now, I'm still picking Rock to win that thing. The way that they fucked everything up, wanting to just give Rock the title shot at WrestleMania, I think Rock's going to be there. It doesn't make any sense in the world for what's going on and what we've been through in the last year, with him showing up at Bad Blood, with him showing up the night after WrestleMania. If they want to throw it away, they can throw it away. But until it's said, he's not going to be there, and I know some places have said he's not going to be, I think that they're getting the news, they're asking WWE and being like, WWE's just not going to come out and say, hey, The Rock's going to be there. If you saw the commercial for the first Raw on Netflix, it had Logan Paul in there who just said he's retired. He ain't retired. He's coming back. And The Rock's in it. If The Rock's not a part of the plan, you're not going to be pumping, Rock into commercials for television shows that there's no chance he's going to be on. Obviously, The Rock is not on the ad for WrestleMania, because as of right now, Rock's not featured into there. But how many times have you seen somebody get, copy and pasted onto a WrestleMania shot? I mean, hey, look at the SummerSlam. There was SummerSlam and Brock, and CM Punk was on the roller coaster, and then all of a sudden CM Punk was, not doing well with the company, and they wanted to show that poster. CM Punk fell out of the roller coaster, I guess, on the loop, because he just got taken out. But that was a damn good show. It really, really reminded me of the old school Raw, the very first time that those came through, like when Jake the Snake came out at the end and he put the snake on Dean Ambrose. Just like little things like having the stage set there for the announcer, who I haven't learned his name yet, who used to be on Holy Moly, and Jesse Ventura to be there. They even like had Jesse Ventura come down and do color for the main event, which was just enough, because he obviously isn't watching Raw each and every week. He's not going to know who everybody is. You don't want him, saying something stupid and ruining that special moment of him being there. I just really didn't understand him kept on saying it's been 40 years. It's been 40 years. Jesse, you were on that Raw where you were the guest host and Sheamus won the Battle Royal because of you. That was like a storyline that you created of giving a title shot to somebody who had never gotten a title shot before, where Sheamus ended up going to the pay-per-view and winning the championship from John Cena in that tables match. You were also the guest referee of SummerSlam, I think 99, where Mankind beat Stone Cold Steve Austin and Triple H to become the champion. A lot of people said that Triple H should have won the championship that night, but you didn't want to hold the hand up of a heel. It would be bad for your persona because of the fact you were the mayor. You couldn't be shaking hands with the bad guy. I don't get that. But, I don't know. But honestly, that was awesome. If they still made DVDs, that'd be like something that I wish came out on DVD. Whether if it was like a bonus feature on the Royal Rumble, they gave us a bonus disc. Whether if they gave us another best of Saturday Night's Main Event to put it on there. I thought that was awesome. I'm not going to be listening once the ratings come out. People say that, it was one of the least watched NBC specials of the year. If people don't want to watch wrestling, they don't have to watch wrestling. If they want to watch it, they can watch it. I think it's just freaking awesome that they put us on the same network that used to have Seinfeld, that used to have Friends. NBC to me, in my lifetime, is still the number one, station that there is out there. I'll tell you the truth. The way I watch television now is pretty much like I watch, Fox for NFL. I change over for the night game on NBC. Now ESPN has the Monday night game. Basketball, you go to TNT. I don't really think of like network shows, but NBC to me is still like the number one network that there is out there. I can't tell you one sitcom, one drama, one anything they have. I can't even tell you like their main news broadcaster. Like when I was growing up, like, when Brokaw was on, you knew like shit was like for real. Like, it is what it is. Saturday Night's Main Event. As a 40-plus-year-old man, that was awesome.